Are you tired of taking the same old boring trip to the Bahamas year after year after year? Been to Florida and seen one too many pairs of cute mouse ears? Then plan your next holiday at Canada's most famous vacation destination, Club Fed Grand-Mère.
Okay, for sure as on that, Prime Minister Chrétien here invites you to come to Shawinigan and stay like at this lovely inn that I does not own. Conveniently located right next door to the golf course, which I also does not own. At Club Fed Grand-Mère, the staff will pampers you. Each luxurious room at the inn come with all the antimonies, like beds, dresser, and document shredder. And each night, Jane Stewart will turn down your bed and leave a little job creation grant on your pillow. In the mornings, you will rise refreshed because of a special personal wake-up call from Sheila Kopp.
It's 6 a.m. Do you hear me? 6 a.m. Get up!
Come on, spend your next vacation at Club Fed Grand-Mère. Each guest gets free 18-hole on the golf-like course next doors, which I does not own. And hey, you can put down any numbers you like on the scorecard because no way will we release any documents. Checking out if you do not have enough money is no problems. Let me show you and I will make a phone call to get you a government loan. So takes it for me, Jean Chrétien. This is one of the finest hotels that I do not own that I have ever stayed in. At Club Fed Grand-Mère, the staff is friendly-like, and the guy in charge has not once violated his parole. So visit soon-like. Kids and Ethics Commissioners stay free. Club Fed Grand-Mère. And not only am I a guest, I am also not the owner.
Attention, international passengers entering Canada. Please go directly to Canada Customs. Stand behind the red line and have your passports ready so we may proceed to the strip search much quicker.
Next.
Buenos dias, señorita.
Yes, welcome to Canada, Mr. Abercrombie. Where are you from?
Colombia.
What's that fine white powdery substance?
It's icing sugar.
Icing sugar?
See, high-grade, uncut, 100% pure Colombian icing sugar.
Well, what's it for?
A birthday present. It's for Robert Downey Jr.
Not so fast. You forgot your passport. Next. Country of origin?
France.
Reason for visit?
I am not going to blow up the embassy. I am going whistling in skier.
Enjoy your stay. Next.
Yes, hello.
Where are you coming from, and are you bringing anything into the country?
I'm visiting from Britain, and I'm just bringing in a meat pie.
Freeze, dirtbag! Hands above your head!
Security, foot and mouth alert. A dangerous situation here.
Folks, this is Captain Haley speaking. I'd like to welcome you to Dominion Airways flight number 386. Our flying time today will be about 2 hours and 40 minutes, and I'll try to update you en route. Thank you very much. Oh, ooh, that chicken curry we had at the airport is playing up. How do you feel, Hank? Hank? Oh, no.
Cannot wait, Captain Haley. We're just serving the business class dinner. Cheese whiz on a Triscuit.
The co-pilot has passed out, and I'm getting worse.
Oh, no. Oh, Maharaja's Revenge.
What's that?
The chicken curry version of Montezuma's Revenge. Nausea, dehydration, and an incredible desire to own a variety store.
Well, find out if there's a passenger who has any experience of flying, but phrase it right. Don't scare them. The plane's on automatic pilot.
Ladies Ladies and gentlemen, if anyone on board is a pilot or has any experience of flying, the captain would be happy to entertain you in the cockpit. Right now. Anyone?
Hey, Mike from Canmore.
Are you a pilot?
No, but I do a lot of flying with Mr. Zawicki.
Can you control the aircraft?
Oh, sure. I've done that a lot. I can make it turn left. I can make it turn right.
Go up and go down?
Oh, no. You got to be up in the air to do that.
I've got you to the captain. Just stay here until I get back.
Okay. Gee, you must be smart to fly one of these things, eh? I bet you got your grade 9. Another 3 grades, and I'd have made it, too.
He's unconscious, and the captain is as sick as a dog. Mike, you've got to fly the plane. Can I get you something?
Yeah, maybe a Coke and a bedpan.
There, I just took the plane off automatic pilot. See if you can fly it.
You are approaching stall. You are approaching stall.
Oh, thanks. Get out the map and find out where stall is. Is someone trying to pass us?
You are going too slow.
Oh, Mr. Zawicki had a saying, too fast, put the nose up. Too slow, put the nose... I can't remember the rest.
Down?
Oh, right, you know it too, eh? Okay, down.
I think that's enough, Mike.
Boy, those trucks are a menace. Listen, I saw a place over there. What city's by the ocean? Everybody's in raincoats and drinking coffee?
Walking slow like they're a bit stunned?
Yeah.
Vancouver.
Oh, okay. Let's go see.
This is Vancouver Tower, 9386. What the hell are you doing?
Tower, both our captains are sick. The pilot is a passenger with no qualifications.
No, I got my grade 6.
All right, 386, I'll clear you straight in.
Okay, how am I doing so far?
Okay, except for one thing. You're upside down.
Okay.
Go to reverse thrust. Quick, reverse thrust. Now. No, that's enough. Cut your engines. Now. 386, I've never seen such flying. What are you going to say to people when they ask you to explain something like this?
And Mike from Canmore.
Coming up, winter's last blast when Air Farce continues.
An official Hetty Fry apology.
Mr. Speaker, recently I said they burned crosses on their front lawns in Prince George, British Columbia. For this, I apologize. They couldn't possibly burn crosses on their front lawn in Prince George. That's where they park their trucks.
This has been an official Hetty Fry apology. Larry King Live with your host, man of 1,000 wives, Larry King.
So hello already. We had a great show planned, but Julia Roberts told us to take a hike. So instead, joining us live from the White House is George W. Bush.
Howdy, Larry. I'm a big fan of your show. Big fan.
Thank you.
So whatever became of Kathy Lee?
That's a different show, Mr. President.
No need to be formal, Larry. You can call me Prez or George W. or the most powerful man in the world. Ooh-wee, I love this job.
All right, let's talk about your controversial plan to open Alaska's National Wildlife Refuge to oil exploration.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
There's been a lot of criticism of your plan from Republicans.
Oh, Larry, Republicans are nothing more than dunder-headed morons who oppositionize any idea I come up with.
You're a Republican.
I am am. Are you sure?
Mr. President, environmentalists say drilling for oil in Alaska will have a devastating effect on the ecosystem.
Well, not if everyone doesn't flush at the same time.
What about the problems caused by running a pipeline from Alaska to the lower 48?
Well, Larry, the only problem is that people don't understand the real situation. Let me show you what will happen under my plan. We will have massive drilling for oil right in the heart of Alaska. This will create thousands of illegal jobs for illegitimate aliens. Then we'll need a pipeline that would go south through Canada, passing through Alberta, Ontario, and Tijuana, and eventually end up right here in Washington.
Mr. President, I believe the state of Washington is on the other coast.
Oh, right, that Washington. Larry, this project is essential if America is to have enough energy for our futurosity.
What's going on there, Mr. President? Some sort of emergency?
No, it's just Vice President Cheney having his 9 o'clock heart attack.
Mr. President, if your Alaskan oil proposal falls through, what are you going to do?
Bomb Iraq.
How will that solve anything?
Well, beats me, but every time we start a war, all our other problems seem to go away.
Thank you for this, Mr. President.
No, thank me for this, Larry. God help America.
Couldn't you get a better guess than Julia Roberts failed on it?
And now, another official Hetty Fry apology.
Mr. Speaker, apparently I wasn't clear enough with my last apology. I honestly feel Prince George is a wonderful, vibrant, friendly city. Not like that two-bit tank town Kamloops.
This has been another official Hetty Fry apology.
Hello. My wife and I would like to talk to you about a complaint that afflicts all Canadians during the winter. Seasonal affective disorder.
SAD.
SAD is bloody catastrophic.
SAD. It creeps up on you during the long winters, is due to lack of sunlight, breathing stale, dry air, and watching that drugstore commercial where women say, "I look forward to being old."
But these conditions do bring on a long-term depression.
And you can almost mark the moment it starts. You wake up one morning and say,
when is this effing winter ever gonna end? Seasonal affective disorder leads to depression,
sexual dysfunction,
lack of energy,
sexual dysfunction,
lack of self-esteem.
Sexual...
I get them, miss.
The physiological effects include diminished glandular secretions,
headaches at bedtime,
high blood pressure,
headaches at bedtime,
loss of skin tone,
headaches at
I get the message.
And sudden inexplicable outbursts of rage.
And ladies, when seasonal affective disorder is combined with PMS, you feel as though nothing can pull you out of it. Though I personally just take a few drops of echinacea first thing in the morning and mix them
with a 2-gallon jug of vodka. When suffering from SAD, try and avoid those things that make you even more depressed.
Yeah, things like credit card statements.
Or any novel about coming of age on the prairies. And to get your mind off SAD, get naked. Get your partner to thrash you with poison ivy.
Huh?
You'll be so busy scratching, you won't realize you're depressed.
And then one day, when you think it's never going to end, you get a morning like we had this morning.
Yes. Yes, with just a coming hint of spring.
a sense of spiritual rebirth.
Oh, yes, that Mother Earth is arising again, bringing with her the sap of regeneration.
But any day now you can run barefoot through the grass.
Elated!
Yeah, your spirit renewed.
A day like today!
Yes, oh, yes.
A final official Hetty Fry apology.
I'm sorry, Mr. Speaker. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you idiot. I'm sorry,
Before we start this news conference, let me say, as leader of the Canadian Alliance Party, I am not worried that my popularity has dipped slightly lower than gum disease. Any questions? Anyone? Please, not all at once. Sir, why was the Alliance considering a merger to unite the right? Good question. Last election, our party hoped for big inroads in the East. We did win 2 seats in rural Ontario, where inbreeding is a cottage industry. Yes, you there. Yes, you. Mr. Day, if the Alliance and Conservatives did merge, who would lead this new party? All members of the merging parties would be given a fair choice. Of all the possible candidates, the most viable 2 are myself and Joe Clark. As you can see, not all leaders are created equally. Yes, the good-looking man over there. Mr. Day. Not you, the person next to you. Excuse me. Are you going to pay back the full $800,000 of Alberta taxpayers' money? Sorry. Next question. Mr. Day, what are your feelings about the Prime Minister's conflict of interest with that golf course in his riding? The Prime Minister is a lying, sneaking, conniving, double-dealing, power-mad, insensitive egomaniac. I like that. But the people of Canada have to decide what they want. A party that has lowered taxes, reduced the debt, eliminated the deficit, and increased funding for health care, or me. Thank you.
You are watching the Discovery Channel. Crocodile Hunter will not be seen tonight as the host has been eaten. Instead, we present Science at Home with Professor Llewellyn ap Hazard.
Hello, or as we say back home, what business is it of yours? Today we explore science in the home. As we all know, there are many types of pests that invade our homes: roaches, mice, termites, and of course, the worst of all, the unwanted solicitor. No, I'm not talking about women with big hair, short skirts, and a bucket of mascara. You know, the kind who stand on street corners and say, "Back again, eh, Professor?" Now, the unwanted solicitor will usually use one of 2 methods to establish contact. 1, the telephone, and 2, the door. Either way, you must be assertive. Now, allow me to demonstrate. Yes?
I'm from Nutbean Real Estate. Are you interested in selling your house?
Yes, I would like $10 million in unmarked pennies. Now, sometimes a solicitor may prove resistant to your rebuffs. In this case, I recommend a more direct approach. Yes, hello?
Hello, sinner. Do you believe you can be born again if you repent your sins?
Why don't you just go yourself? So much for the door-to-door problem. Now, how to handle the virulent telephone solicitor. Hello, Professor Haphazard here.
Have you considered the benefits of prepaying your funeral?
I don't have to. I'm a member of the NDP. So there you have it. Follow my tips and you will never have to deal with unwanted solicitations again. Better yet, order my new video, Professor Haphazard's Tips to Get Rid of Unwanted Solicitors. And I'll be in your neighborhood selling it, so I'll just pop into your place around dinner time. And mind you, I won't take no for an answer, all right?
Chicken Cannon News.
Greetings, civilians. I'm Colonel Stacy. Some of my close friends call me Teresa. Our top story, it was another tough week for financial markets. First, Nortel cut another 5,000 jobs from their workforce and then converted their head office into a dollar store. China refuses to return the captured U.S. spy plane. The Pentagon has announced harsh retaliatory measures. Unless the plane is returned, they'll make China give back the Academy Award for Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. In Yugoslavia, former dictator Slobodan Milosevic has been arrested. Current leader Vojislav Kostunica, who ordered the arrest, said no politician can operate above the law, with the possible exception of the Prime Minister of Canada. It's now official. With the existing escalation of foot and mouth disease in Great Britain, there is now only one totally safe meat: Spam. Many people in Britain are eliminating meat entirely from their diets, including the one fat lady. Here she is before the meat scare, and here she is today. Television ratings for the XFL have hit an all-time low. At last weekend's games, the stands were so empty, league officials considered changing their name to CFL. Chicken Cannon News is brought to you by Juan Antonio Sama Ranch style dressing. Creamy, rich, and just like an International Olympic Committee member, the bottle fits easily into your back pocket. Bell Express View has decided to remove from its lineup 2 adult channels broadcasting obscene, tasteless, objectionable material. From now on, those who want that kind of thing will have to tune in to the Parliamentary Channel. A recent survey reveals Air Canada has the most number of complaints from passengers. At this time, I'd like to speak in favor of Air Canada. I'd like to, but I can't. In Amsterdam, 4 gay couples exchanged wedding vows to celebrate a new law allowing same-sex marriages and equal rights. The response has been immediate. The Ricola guys have moved to Holland. U.S. President George W. Bush wants to opt out of the Kyoto Treaty. Mr. Bush was quoted as saying, "What's the point? I don't even drive a Kyoto." In other news, scientists predict in the near future people will live to age 200. They also believe if the average man lives that long, he would have no face, because by that age, his pants would be pulled up over his head. And now it's time to salute our newsmaker of the week. Our target is for watching Nortel stock drop from $120 to $20 while taking home a bonus of $135 million himself, company president John Roth. Long time, Dolores. Our ammunition, sour grapes. Because it leaves a bad taste in your mouth, Buckley's cough syrup. Kraft dinner. Because that's all people who invested in Nortel can afford to eat. Shredded stock certificates, which now are more valuable as insulation. Some shrimp, which we know are spineless bottom feeders. And to top it off, some Jell-O. There's always room for Jell-O. And when ready, fire! Now that's a profit warning. Thanks to Miriam Dostert and Dave Ellison from Vernon, BC, two of many who voted on our website, airfarce.com, to suggest our chicken cannon target of the week. Miriam and Dave will receive the newest Air Farce video or DVD, Do Not Cross This Line. The chicken cannon, an investment that really pays off.
Much more Air Farce to come. It's our 1-hour season finale doubleheader.
And now, the confused philosopher.
Ever wonder, why do underpants always come out of the clothes dryer inside out? How come if you lined up all the fire hydrants on Earth and a dog peed on every one, and then you added one more hydrant, the dog would still have enough left to pee on it? Why doesn't onomatopoeia sound like what it means? If you visit a sick florist in hospital, you bring him a disease? Does anyone have skin the color of Clearasil? Do donut shop employees sit around all day in police stations? How do French people say they've experienced déjà vu? Do they say, hey, this already happened? If a wino's friends get mad at him, do they throw him off the street and into a house? If we call a woman in a suit a business person, why do we call a man in a dress a transvestite? Are souvenirs of Taiwan made in Canada? Whose name does an atheist mention during sex? Do you realize that if someone hadn't invented plaid pants, 90% of all golfers would be naked below the waist? When blue cheese goes bad, how do you know? Does it start to smell good? Why is toilet paper perforated the way it is? Does anyone use just one piece?
This has been The Confused Philosopher.
Have you noticed that motorists who get mad because a liter of gas costs 75 cents cool off by drinking a half liter of bottled water that costs $1?
It's not easy being a private eye in Ottawa. It's been a tough week. Had a shootout with a hood. Fortunately in a place where you could fire a cannon without hitting anybody. The House of Commons on a Friday. Ottawa's the kind of place you could tell what was going on just by listening to the sounds. The Rideau Canal. The RCMP skating club goes for its final skate of the season. Then I heard this.
Keep your hands to yourself. Not on a first date you won't. Not until after we're married. I know what you want, and you're not gonna get. Ooh! Stop it right there.
Virgin Airlines. And then a strange sound. What could it be? Remember the Bloc Québécois was licking his spilled drink off the bar? Stockwell Day in a mirror. No, it was Brian Tobin cleaning the Prime Minister's shoes. Suddenly I got a call on my cell phone. I could have sworn I had a call. Yes.
Indeed, this is Joe Clark. 18 across. What's got droopy eyes and pants?
A basset hound.
No, it's 2 words, 8 letters.
Herb Gray.
Oh, perfect. My other reason for this call, I'm being electronically interfered with.
Don't tell me, Mr. Clark, your laptop's been stolen again?
Well, not since I started keeping it in my pants. Although it does make it difficult to sleep.
Was anything stolen?
Oh, yes. Well, a computer disk was stolen containing a formula for a substance that will solve our trade problems with the United States the minute the Progressive Conservative Party of Canada sweeps back to power.
What does the chemical do?
It makes soft wood go hard. I was going to market it as Woodies Are Us. I want to see if you can find that disc.
There was only one person in town who knew everything. Diamond Lil. I went to her bar. Why do they call you Diamond Lil?
Because they give me diamonds and I give them Lil in return.
Have you ever done anything criminal?
Every day. I put a paper umbrella in a glass of colored water and charge $8.50.
I'm looking for a computer disk.
What's on it?
Among other things, a formula for making soft wood go hard.
Get me some. With all the wooden heads in Parliament, I could sell it to MPs.
There's only one place to go, the office of the Canadian Security and Intelligence Service.
Hello?
Is this CSIS?
I'm not allowed to say.
It says CSIS on the door.
Well, that could stand for Canadian Emergency Electronic Soap on a Rope India Rubber System.
That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't have to. This is a civil service.
This is absurd.
No, this is absurd.
But I had one final hunch. Maybe the disc was still back at Joe's apartment, among his home entertainment. Joe, how's your Pokemon?
Oh, just fine, thanks. How's yours?
I gotta go now. I got a job at the Summit of the Americas in Quebec City. I'm taking 2 submachine guns, 8 hand grenades, and a bazooka. And I'm only in charge of the parking. Won't be sorry to leave this place. It ain't easy being a dick in Ottawa. The town is so damn full of them.
Hello there. I'm Ann Medina. This week, History on Film salutes World War II. An entire week of war movies recreating the greatest conflict the world has ever known, right here on History Television. On Monday, we present The Great Dictator, The Boys from Brazil, and The Last 10 Days as part of a theme night we call My Favorite Hitler. And Tuesday, it's the moving story of life set in post-war France, a country which provided the battlefield for an unforgettable conflict. It's the poignant tale, Rugrats in Paris. Continuing with our World War II theme, tune in Wednesday for Sleepless in Seattle, the romantic tale set in a West Coast city a mere 48 years after the end of the war. Thursday, be watching as we present Saving Private Ryan in Dutch. Friday, we present a war epic with appeal to our younger viewers. It's Dude, Where's My Tank? Then on Saturday, it's the classic war masterpiece that's on everyone's top 10 list, Bambi. A film that was released in 1942 to take people's minds off the war. And finally, on Sunday, to close out our war week, it's a special presentation of Bugsy, starring Warren Beatty. It doesn't have anything to do with World War II, but he does have war in his name. That's it this week on History on Film. So good I might even watch.
You are watching CTV Newsnet. Here with business, Linda Skunkhead Sims.
Well, the economic situation for 2001 is shaping up to be a shaky one for Canada. Joining me to discuss it is Finance Minister Paul Martin.
How are you today, Skunkhead?
I'm fine, but you seem a little bit nervous.
Nervous? Why would I be nervous? Everything is under control.
So, how does Canada's future look?
Our future? The dollar is next to worthless, the stock market is threatening collapse, and our trade surplus is in peril. Other than that, things are pretty good.
What about the economy?
Good question. What about the economy?
Where's it headed?
How should I know? Why ask me? Why should I know anything about the economy?
You are the Minister of Finance.
Oh, yeah, right.
Mr. Martin, are you sure there's nothing bothering you?
Oh, no. The government doesn't even keep a second set of books.
Second set of books?
Who's been talking? Linda, this is no time to make wild accusations like the Liberal government is hiding the true economic situation from the public.
Are you suggesting the government has not been totally honest with the people?
The government not being totally honest? No comment.
Well, we're almost out of time.
Thank goodness. Our secret is safe.
What secret?
Nothing. No secret. What recession?
Thanks for joining us, Mr. Martin.
Always nice to have a frank, open, informative discussion.
I'm Linda Sims. Coming up next hour, we'll chat with the president of the Toronto Stock Exchange as soon as the police talk her off the window ledge.
The following is a public service announcement from Health Canada. The morning after pill is now available. The morning after pill. For some Canadians, it's a little too late.
Channel 10, your community cable station, presents another in the series, Interesting Hobbies of the Channel 10 area. Here is your host, Slim Sharpnell.
Hi, welcome back to Interesting Hobbies. Those of you who tuned in last week sure had a treat. Bet it was the first time you ever saw a glassblower who sucked when he should have blown. Now he's the only man who can clean out his stomach with Windex. And we've got another goodie for you today. Herb Giskovitz, founding member of the Antique Milking Machine Collectors Club. Hi, Herb.
Hi, Slime.
Slim. So that's an odd kind of thing to collect.
What?
Antique milking machines.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Herb, let's ask the question everyone is dying to know the answer to. How long has your club been going?
Well, let me see. This is 4 weeks before Christmas. Oh, since about...
Never mind.
Last October.
Oh, October. So you're hanging in for the long haul there. Ha 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 ha. How did it start?
What?
The Antique Milking Machine Collectors Club.
Oh, well, like one day I was approached by Phil Knockwist, Bobby Rambo, Davy Stomp, and Nick Bendix. And maybe Tarquin Proudhammer was there as well.
Oh, yeah, and they said, let's start an Antique Milking Machine Collectors Club?
No. They said hi.
Who'd have guessed?
Anyways, Phil Knockwist said, why don't we start an Antique Milking Machine Collectors Club? Which prompted Bobby Rumble to say, an Antique Milking Machine Collectors Club is something I could really go for. Well, chimed in Davy Stomp, I'd certainly like to join an Antique Milking Machine Collectors Club. And do you know what Nicky Bendix said?
I'd like to join an Antique Milking Machine Collectors Club.
Oh, good. It's $10 a year. We meet every Wednesday.
Well... Gosh, look at the time. That's it for this week from Interesting Hobbies. Tune in next week when we'll talk to the secretary of the Airline Air Sickness Bag Collectors Club. That's Mr. Herb. You.
That's right, Slim.
It's Slim. Hello, I'm David Foster, composer of Tears Are Not Enough. I've had a great career in the music industry. I've written songs for Celine Dion. I've arranged albums for Michael Jackson. I've even run over Ben Vereen with my van. But it's time to move on with my career. That's why I want to run for Premier of British Columbia. The music industry's had a reputation for corruption, bribery, and backstabbing. What better qualifications for going into politics? As Premier of BC, I would put these people in my cabinet and make full use of their talent. For instance, what better choice for my Minister of Revenue than Elton John?
Hello, my BC friends, you're a bright Canadian song with a future that is rich, thanks to the Bank of Hong Kong. And it seems to me you will always be like a province that's flaky.
Isn't he so huggable? Now, I'm not making any promises, but I'm pretty sure for Minister of Tourism, I can get Neil Young. Hey now, come to BC and get as stoned as me. If I were Premier of British Columbia, you know who I'd appoint as Minister of Justice? Blues legend Blind Willie Feldman.
BC is a cool province. And better yet, it's as far away from Ottawa as you can get.
With David Foster as Premier of British Columbia, look out, Canada. Courtney Love will be my Minister of Herpes Awareness. Barry White will be my Minister of Love. And Rita McNeil, Minister at Large.
Oh, there's Crandall, Prince Rupert, and Kitty Mattown. When you see Port Moody, you don't wear a frown. There's Vernon and Golden and Penticton too, and they all have ranches with cows that go moo. We've got mountains and valleys and crannies and brooks, but one thing's for certain, our premiers are crooks.
A David Foster provincial cabinet might not be the most intelligent in BC history, but it will be the most entertaining. My Minister of Health, nobody knows more about health care than Rolling Stones guitarist Keith Richards.
Well, it's one thing that I know. If you want to get mellow, go to
He'd also make a great Minister of Detox. The possibilities are endless. I'll get Leonard Cohen to be Minister in charge of depressing people. One of the most important cabinet positions in BC is Ministry of Environment and Tree Hugging. There's only one person with enough experience to tackle that challenge, Miss Barbara Streisand.
Poplar, can you hear me? Douglas, you are so near me. Let us on.
Maybe she's not just a great idea after all. Anyway, that's about it for now. But when the next provincial election rolls around, keep me, David Foster, in mind for Premier of BC. I've already got my campaign jingle. As your leader, I'd be good, so everyone in BC should.
For David, he's a swinger. BC needs a premier singer. Don't you know that votes are not enough? La 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 la.
I'll be seeing you soon.